Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining our digital conference today. It's a challenging, turbulent time for the automotive sector. The whole industry is changing before us, and Kia is actively innovating, tackling these challenges head-on and turning them into opportunities. Coronavirus hasn't made things any easier for the automotive industry. Geneva Motor Show was cancelled, and even I am now connecting with you from Madrid instead of being with my colleagues in Germany because of the travel restriction caused by coronavirus. Nevertheless, I wanted to have the opportunity of presenting to you myself and to give you the chance to experience the new Kia Sorento already before it goes on sale in the summer. Electrification is a new normal, and it's happening faster than we think. We are increasing the pace of our efforts to put Kia at the forefront of this change, transforming from ICE to electrified engines. Kia was the first car maker in Europe to offer hybrid, mild hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and battery electric powertrains at the same time in its product lineup. And by 2025, we will have 11 fully electric cars on sale. Our rapidly expanding range of electrified vehicles has given a major boost to the customer interest in our cars. Today, after 17 years of heritage and continuous evolution, we reveal the fourth generation of the successful Kia Sorento. And of course, it's electrified. The new Sorento will be available as an hybrid when European sales begin this summer, with launch starting in our largest European markets first. Furthermore, the first Sorento plug-in hybrid will follow at the end of the year with lower running costs, more driving range, and greater fuel efficiency. We will also offer an efficient diesel powertrain to complement these new electrified versions. Designed and engineered to take on all possible requirements, the new Sorento is built on a new platform for more space and versatility. I will soon pass the word to Gregory Guillaume, Vice President Design, Kia Motors Europe, to tell you more about the new Sorento. But let's get first a good look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce the new Kia Sorento.
Thank you for that introduction, Emilio, and good afternoon, everyone. I am honored to introduce you to the new Kia Sorento. We wanted to do it already at the Geneva Motor Show, but as you all know, circumstances made that impossible. So let's try again this way. The Sorento has been a consistently important model for us at Kia. It presents our ambition to challenge ourselves and provide the best of what we can do to our customers. This all-new fourth generation Sorento is very much about that ambition to excel. At Kia, we strive to provide the best and most intuitive experiences to our customers and users. The all-new Sorento is designed to be a trusted guide, as well as an exciting partner in our customers' varying lifestyles. Looking at the exterior, the design team not only developed traditional Kia Sorento values like power, ruggedness, and strength, but through the refined, thoughtful surfaces and clear, precise lines, we were able to create a bold character with a determined presence. Kia proposes unique movement with its signature headlamps. With the new Sorento, the Tiger Eye line conveys this strong presence and wild feeling. Its dynamic and high-tech character is expressed through the daytime running lights, which are connected with the grille's outer shape. Crystal flake details applied to the front grille and headlamps complete the stylish look. The Sorento's long hood gives the SUV a dynamic profile, while the sculpture-like front and rear create a futuristic SUV image. The slanted D-pillar maintains the impactful appearance of the Sorento's daylight opening. Sportiness is emphasized through the shark fin C-pillar trim. The new and imposing rear completes Kia's new midsize SUV signature. The vertical rear combination lamps contrast with the horizontal, wide, and three-dimensional shapes and details, creating a stronger presence. Kia has used a functional emotions form language to inject power and intuitive technology into the interior design. Features have been inspired by a masculine body and spacecraft in sci-fi movies. The interior design is brought to life by designers' creative imaginations and offers new customer experiences through intuitive usability. The Sorento's interior design presents unique features and details, complementing the SUV's dynamic profile and high-tech feeling. Lighting beneath the chrome highlights on the dashboard creates a unique eye-catching feature for the new Sorento, which uses new technologies to add a sense of sophistication and surprise to the cabin. The Sorento suggests a new direction for SUVs with its generous interior space. It showcases Kia's future SUV direction through emotional and cutting-edge technologies. And now then, we're just about ready to move on to our short Q&A session. I'd like to thank all those who have already submitted questions to us. And for those who still have a question in mind, you can easily do it by leaving your question in the comments below. And hopefully, my colleagues Pablo Martinez, Kia Motors Europe's Director for Product Marketing and Pricing, and Duarte Ramalho, Kia Motors Europe's General Manager for Product Marketing, will be able to answer you. But first, let's have one quick look at the new Kia Sorento in action.
I don't think the time could take away the bird, not me. Higher and I'm not letting go. Hear it when wind blows, so we are never gonna give up or let it go.
Wow, what an impressive outlook the new Kia Sorento gives us in action. And dear Facebook community, there it stands in all its beauty right behind us. My name is Patrick Duane and I welcome you here to our Q&A session live from Frankfurt. And I'm so honored that you join us. And as Guillaume already mentioned, please answer all, put all your questions in the comment line. We're going to answer them all. With me are my colleagues from Kia Motors Europe, Pablo and Duarte. You will both answer all the questions, hopefully, that are coming across during that Q&A session. But Pablo, before we start, please give me a quick outlook. What do you expect from this Q&A session?
So thank you, Patrick. We have a fantastic new car here behind us. And today is the first chance that we have to talk to our customers. So I really am looking forward to receive many, many questions from them and to be able to give them the answers that they are looking for.
Thank you, Pablo. And Duarte, what do you expect from today's Q&A session?
Yeah, Patrick, I think for me it's a bit similar to what Pablo said. You know, we work so many years on this car, we think about what the customers might like, what they will not like, and suddenly here we have the chance to be with you, to have the direct contact with our customers, with our fans, and we're really hoping that we can answer all the questions you're coming up, and then with all of that you will be knowing much more about the new Sorento.
Cool, we definitely will. And we have some questions already received, and question number one goes to you, Pablo, from Christopher von Frankenstein. Thank you, Christopher, for your question. Patrick and Ali, they want to know, will the new Kia Sorento come with 7-seated plug-in hybrid, and will I be always also able to buy it in Sweden?
So hello, Christopher. So the good news is yes, the plug-in hybrid will be available as 7-seater, but not only the plug-in hybrid, all the powertrains that we have for the new Sorento, so the hybrid, the diesel, and the plug-in hybrid are all available with 7-seater. What is even also more important, I know that in Sweden it snows a lot during the winter, so we have all the powertrain combinations available with all-wheel drive.
This is good. Thank you so much. Thank you for that question. And we have gone to the next one, which is also for Pablo. The question is from Paul Perger. The Kia Sorento 2.2 is the best car ever I owned. Congratulations. Will the new model still have 7 seats and 7 years warranty?
So, Paul, as I said before, yes, the new Kia Sorento will have 7-seaters for all the powertrains. And of course, it will still have the 7-year warranty that is so important for us at Kia.
Cool, thank you. Paul, you hear that? That's a good news, right? So let's go to a question from Peter Fjordside-Linde. Peter Fjordside-Linde, thank you for the question. The question goes also to Pablo. Will this be coming to Denmark? Normally, we don't get large SUVs due to the 150% tax and 20% VAT on top. What is the good news here? Do you have good news?
Well, the bad news, sorry, is the taxation in Denmark. It's so high, 150% is crazy. But the good news is that because we now have a plug-in hybrid, we hope that we are able to offer this car in Denmark at a competitive price.
Cool, this is good news. And from Isam Ait Ar, you planning to launch an EV version of the new Sorento? Pablo, the question goes also to you.
Yes, so as I said before, the Sorento will be available as diesel, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid. But electrification is very important for us at Kia. This is the reason why we have today already 2 of the best EVs in the market. And until 2025, we will have 11 full electric models. I'm sure that then you will be able to find exactly the right model for you.
Yeah, I hope he will. The right model for you. So, Duarte, we have one question for you, coming all the way from Timo Tisler. Timo, thank you for your question. The question is, what will be max braked trailer towing capability?
Okay, hey Timo. So you're really happy to know that actually with the new Sorento, we increased the maximum capacity of trailing. So from 2000 in the previous generation with the diesel and automatic version, we now move to 2500. So you will have enough power and enough to carry all the stuff that you want to get with you.
Mm-hmm. And we receive further questions. Thank you that you're participating in such large numbers during the Q&A session. The next question for you, Duarte, is from David Anderson. So, David Anderson, your question, how many clowns can it hold?
That's a good question, David. As you can imagine, when we develop cars, we don't think so much about clowns inside of them, but you should be able to fit 7 cars and legally drive with it. Then, of course, if you park the car, I think you can even put even more clowns into it. I think that will be a challenge for you and your friends.
Okay. Then an additional question coming from Ilaria Salzano. I hope I say your name correctly. Do you think the female driver will love the new Sorento? And second, what strategies did you bring to the car compared to the old model? Pablo.
Yes. So, I mean, I can talk about my personal experience. So, my wife is driving a Sorento and she really loves the car. And she's super excited about the new Sorento. There are many reasons why, but one of them is because of the 7 seats, which are available with all the different powertrains. With the new Sorento, now in the 3rd row, we have an ISOFIX possibility. That means that when your parents or my parents are visiting, they can drive in the 2nd row, where we have increased the legroom by 10 centimeters, while the children can actually safely drive in the 3rd row. Also, we have many other cool features that we offer for the new Sorento. If you have children, you know that it is very important for them to have always their mobile devices fully charged. And to be able to do that, we have USBs both in the 2nd and the 3rd row of the car. And something that I find very cool myself, I think my children are relatively noisy, so maybe your children are also noisy sometimes. With the new Sorento, we now have the possibility to use the speakers in the 3rd row and talk to them through the speakers just by pressing the button. So I think this is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I have 3 kids myself, and I know how often I turn back. Hey, come on, calm down. So that's a good thing. A button to, okay. We'll talk about that later in a little more detail.
Yes.
So next question comes from Germany. Does the Sorento offer manual transmission? Pablo?
Well, with the new generation of the Kia Sorento, we expect that most of the sales will be on hybrid and plug-in hybrids, which of course are going to be automatic. For those customers that want to buy diesel, with the past generation of Sorento, we could see that most customers actually were selecting also automatic. For this reason, for the new Sorento, we will focus only on automatic transmission.
Okay. We have a question for Duarte. It's coming from Jocko Olson. Jocko Olson, your question is for Duarte. Maybe time to change our 2018 GT line into the new one, I think. That's what you're talking about, right?
Hey, Joko. Well, first of all, thank you for being a customer. You have a great car out there with the 2018 GT line. But, I mean, just look at it. It looks so, so good. So I think you should definitely try to go to your nearest dealer and check it out for yourself. And if you like it, yeah, you should try to move it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Next question comes from Dinesh Adhikari. Dinesh Adhikari, I hope I say that name correctly. The question goes to Pablo. Will it come as a PHEV version with UVO Connect in Sweden? When is the sales start to be expected?
Okay, so hello, Dinesh. So good news for you. In Sweden, we will offer UVO Connect for all our Sorentos. And in fact, we have some cool new features. For example, when you are driving with your car somewhere, you park far away from your final destination, you can use our Kia UVO app with augmented reality to get to your final destination. And then regarding your second part of the question, when the car will be on sales, we expect the diesel to be available from end of summer and the plug-in hybrid to be available end of 2020 or beginning of 2021.
Okay, now we have a question from a big tennis fan, I guess, because he names himself Racing GJP, and he has a very, very good question. When will we see Rafa Nadal with the new Sorento? What do you guess, Pablo?
I think you will see him very, very soon. He's really one of our big ambassadors, and I know that he likes the Kia Sorento very much. And yeah, we will see him very, very soon.
A car for champions, huh?
Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
And another question from Laurent Maillot. Hello from France. Hello from Germany. Back to you. What will be the range for the plug-in hybrid version? Question number one. Question number two, do you plan for a next generation to have a full electric or fuel cell powered version? Duarte, maybe a question for you.
Hello, Laurent. Very good question. So the plug-in hybrid, we are aiming for having at least 60 kilometers of fully electric range. Of course, for the next generation, so the car, we are just launching it right now. We are really happy to do it. And only after that, we will start looking at the future. But as mentioned before by both Pablo and Emilio, we want to launch further pure electric vehicles. And this is for sure the new Sorento, or the next generation Sorento, will be part of that electric range.
Okay, thanks for that question. And we have a very quick other one, also for you, Duarte. It's coming all the way from Michael McAuliffe, and he wants to know if the Sorento has a blind spot camera.
Michael, that's a good question. I was really hoping someone to ask this, because not only does it have a blind view camera, which as blind view cameras does, they signal you in the mirror and with a signal tone that the car is approaching in your blind view. But actually what is very cool about this car is that it will also show in the center display a camera view of that particular car that is going in your blind spot. So we really think that with this, you will not miss any car anymore on your blind spot in the future.
Yeah, very good safety assistance system.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, cool. Good question. Thank you for that. And the next comes from Luis Pedro, and he wants to know if the plug-in hybrid keeps the 7 places, Pablo.
Hello, Luis Pedro. Thank you very much for your question. Yes, the plug-in hybrid will keep the 7 seats, and as I said before, it's also available with all-wheel drive. So we believe with the new Kia Sorento, we have the best combination of alternative powertrains, convenience, and safety.
Good. The next question comes from Vladimir Levchev, and he would like to know when all countries in the EU could have and use UVO with the Kia cars. Do you know that, one of you?
Yes, so we are introducing UVO country by country.
Okay.
So we will introduce several more countries during this year, and all of Europe we expect to be ready until 2021.
Okay, good. 2021 is pretty near. Duarte, one question for you from Italy. The question is, does the high voltage battery have a negative impact on the Sorento hybrid trunk capacity?
Well, actually, our engineers, when they developed the new Sorento, they cleverly placed the batteries on the lower part of the car, on the lower part of the chassis. And by doing that, they enabled that there's basically no compromise in the luggage compartment. So you will have almost 700 liters of space in a normal 5-seater position, and this is just 12 liters less than it would be on a normal diesel. So they really optimized the space available also on the plug-in hybrid, and with that we are actually really, really good. We have enormous space for all the stuff you would like to take around with you.
Thank you, Duarte. We have another question. We move and we change gears a little and we go a little more to the interior of the car because we have a question from Spain. And the question is it possible to adjust the mood color inside of the mood light?
Yes, it is. So we actually have 7 base colors, but then we mix them. So in total, you have 64 different color combinations, tonalities to choose from. And you can do that very easily from the center display. I think the only difficult part will really be for you to choose which color you want to do.
I have a very funny question. The question is from Italy. Thanks for that question. Can I sleep in the back?
Wow, that's a very nice question. Actually, we were thinking about this before, and some colleagues really want to use the Sorento to go camping and things like that. So we actually measured the interior of the car.
Really?
And you have more than 2 meters. So yes, you can actually sleep in the car. You can put a mattress and sleep inside. But we don't recommend this to be done for a very long period of time, of course.
2 meters and, oh wow, sounds like a queen-size bed, huh? So it's pretty roomy, isn't it? Wow, cool. From France, we have a question. The third row of the seats, is it really necessary? Do you have ideas when it is necessary? Of course, with your kids, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I have 2 kids. You have 3 kids. So for me, it's something really, really important. And as I said before, what is super cool about this car is that now we have ISOFIX in the third row. And that really gives a lot of opportunities of what you can do with the second row. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely necessary. Third row. I mean, for my mother-in-law, for example, if I took the whole family, I mean, because my wife and I in the front, then the 3 kids in the second row, maybe, or differently, you can arrange how you want. But most of the time, my dad is sitting in the back, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he can take a nap then, you know. Yeah. Okay, so Tim on fire. Is it a diesel or gasoline engine in the plug-in hybrid? Duarte, do you know that?
Yes. It's a gasoline engine. It's a 1.6 turbo GDI engine, and it offers by itself already 180 horsepower. But then together with the battery-powered plug-in hybrid, it offers altogether 265 horsepower.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Then let's go on. We have a question from Russia. Guys, thank you from Russia that you already joined our Q&A session. Interesting where people are coming from. The question is, does it come with a spare wheel? Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. So we have both. No, we have a normal spare wheel, but we also have a tire mobility kit. So those to quickly repair the tire and to move on.
Okay, cool. Next question. Yeah, from Belgium. What happens to the third row seats when they're not in use? Do they fold completely flat? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, what happens to the third row? Yes. Pablo, maybe a question for you.
Yes, they do fold completely flat. In fact, it's super easy to fold them. There are 2 buttons in the trunk, and you just basically have to press them, and the seats automatically go down. Super easy.
Good, good. So you have a lot of questions. That is good. Keep on going. Keep it going. That's good. Next question from Italy. Are there any features or accessories in the cabin that are deliberately designed for families?
Yes. So we were already mentioning a few of them. So, for example, the ISOFIX in the third row, the USBs in the second and the third row. I mentioned the button that you can press to talk to your children, and something that I also think is quite interesting. If you have small children, for example, and you want to put them in the third row, you have a quiet mode. That means that you can listen to your music while it is quiet in the end of the car. I think that's also very nice.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely. We have a question that is more focusing on the safety features that the Sorento comes with, and it's from the UK. The question is, it can be hard sometimes to see children walking near a car in a school park. What pedestrian safety features does the Sorento come with?
So the car comes with a forward collision warning. So basically, now with the new Sorento, not only does it warn you when you see when it detects a car, it also detects bicycles and pedestrians. Yeah, and this will hopefully then avoid any unnecessary contact with pedestrians.
We have another very interesting question from Dani Emeha. Hi, where's the electric motor in the PHEV? On the rear axle, or where is it? Pablo.
So, yeah, thank you very much for this question. It's actually very interesting. The electric motor is actually placed in the front axle. So this means that we have mechanical all-wheel drive. This is actually very important because even in the worst situation, even if you are running out of battery, the car will continue being all-wheel drive.
Okay, good. Next question is, does the car come with a panoramic roof?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we know how important a panoramic roof is to give this light and this spaceness inside of the car. And for us, this was a key development target to have it also on a new Sorento. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Duarte. And we have another question for you from Christoph Mastalerts. He wants to know if the new Sorento will also have the GT version as the highest.
Well, hello, Christoph. As you can see from what Duarte explained, the plug-in hybrid will be available as with a total of 265 horsepower. So far, we are not expecting to have a GT line, but we have the plug-in hybrid with a lot of power, and I'm sure it will be a lot of fun to drive.
Okay, let's go back to some nice extra features inside more the car, because the next question comes from France and says, does it have adaptive cruise control?
Yes, actually, not only does it have the adaptive cruise control, it also has what we call the intelligent smart cruise control. So it's double intelligent, yeah? So it keeps, of course, the distance to the car in front of you, as you would expect to. But what it also does, since it reads the signs, the traffic signs and the speed limit signs, it also will then adapt the speed to that sign, yeah? So it will slow down when the speed sign on that traction that you're driving is slower than the one that you had pre-selected. And then once the speed limit is over, it will return to your pre-selected speed. But not only that, it also uses actually the information coming from the maps, yeah? So in the navigation system, if it realizes that the next curve that is coming is a very tight curve, it will slow down the car before, and then return to your pre-selected speed after it's getting out of the curve. So this is why it's double intelligent and double safe.
Yeah, it is definitely very intelligent and very helpful, you know, because maybe you don't know what the measures of the curve will exactly look like and be. And
you are prepared for it.
That's pretty awesome. A question from Sweden already. Will the new Sorento come with remote parking via key remote?
Yes, we have that feature as well. So it will basically, on the key, you can see, it will be also later explained that the car moves back and forth so that you can, these last meters, to get into a very tight parking spot, you can do that with the car.
Okay, and Peter Anderson, thank you for your question, Peter Anderson. He wants to know, will there be a third row seat in the plug-in hybrid version?
Hello, Peter. Definitely yes. There will be a third row in the plug-in hybrid, as well as also in the hybrid and the diesel.
Cool. Another question we have from Marty Belair. The question is, will the new Sorento have adaptive LED headlights? LED headlights, I'm sorry. LED headlights, sorry.
Yeah, it does. So the new Sorento comes again with the adaptive lights that control according to whether a car comes in front of you, it will turn down the high beam. And yeah, that will be available.
Okay, cool. So another good reason to buy the car, okay? So Kevin from Sweden, can you draw a caravan with the hybrid? Sorry.
Yeah.
So the answer is yes. You can take a caravan with you with a plug-in hybrid. Right now we are in the final phases of homologation, so the final figures of how much you can tow, we will only be able to tell you in a little bit of time. So you have to be a little bit patient. Sorry for that, but you will be able to tow.
Good. And another question is regarding the second and third row. And does it have USBs for kids? You mentioned something in one of your answers before, and also maybe for game consoles and tablets, a charger.
Yes. So for the second and the third row, we have 2 USBs in the second and 2 USBs in the third row. And we also have available a 220-volt socket. So you can do all of that.
Whew. Lucky us, huh?
Yes.
If we say, please be calm in the third row, they have a reason because they can recharge whatever they have with them. So another question from Spain. How big is the boot compared to competitors?
So the boot size is very big. It's up to 700 liters, as I mentioned before, in a normal position. Then if you actually move the second row seat to the most front position, it goes up to 900. And then if you are really having a lot of stuff to carry with you, you fold all the seats, you put everything up to the roof, and then you have 2,100 liters. So it is super, super competitive. It's a lot of space for all the things you want to carry with you.
Okay, then I have a very final question, and thanks to you all for your question that you bring into that Q&A session. The question is from Michael McAuliffe. He's in Australia, and the question is the automatic tailgate foot operated?
Yes, so it is foot operated as it is common in our cars. So, sorry, it's not foot operated. So as soon as you approach the car, it will detect that you have it, and it will signal you, and then it will open. And that's how it works, yeah.
Super duper. I hope we answer all your questions properly. Thank you very much, Duarte and Pablo. And I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as we do here on our Q&A session live from Frankfurt. My name is Patrick Duane, and now it's time for me again to pass it over to the COO of Kia Motors Europe, Emilio Herrera. It's up to you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you again for joining our live streaming today. The new Kia Sorento is an excellent example of what Kia stands for. I hope you have enjoyed discovering its new generation, despite of the challenging times we're going through. Now, for all of you who want to learn more about the new Kia Sorento, I will hand over to Sinem Agun, our product expert, who will give you a detailed product presentation. Thank you again, and stay healthy.
Hi, I'm Sina Makyun. Today I present to you how Kia's flagship midsize SUV, Kia Sorento, is better than ever in its fourth generation. Since its launch in 2002, the Sorento model has sold globally more than 3 million versions, making the 7-seat SUV a big success for Kia. Now, more powerful, progressive, and spacious than ever, the new Kia Sorento raises standards in its class when it comes to efficiency, comfort, and technology. Let's take a closer look at the new Kia Sorento. Sporty, bold, and modern, the new Sorento has a massive presence on the road. It has straight lines, boldly sculpted surfaces, and accentuated corners that define its masculine design character. The signature tiger nose grille in glossy black is filled with strong trapezoidal shapes and connects subtly with the sleek full LED headlamps. The LED daytime running light, separated from the modules of the headlamp, gives the front an intense impression and also functions as a turn signal. The lower air intake in glossy black that at each end extends into the air curtain garnishes has a wing-shaped dynamic design and houses the LED fog lamps. Finally, the front is complemented with a sporty bumper lip and a silver skid plate. The rear of the Sorento, as sporty as its front, features a bumper garnish that is designed in a way to mimic sporty tailpipes at each end. Striking design elements on the rear are the vertical LED tail lamps, and centered on the tailgate, the model name Sorento in capital chrome finish letters. The rear wiper that is typically found in this area is hidden inside the roof spoiler, making the rear of the Sorento look very clean and modern, and improving rear visibility for the driver. On the side, the roof rails, the cladding along the body, and increased distance between the tires and wheel arches accentuate Sorento's SUV character. Sorento comes available in 10 different paint finishes and only in alloy wheels ranging up to 20-inch. Few glossy black and satin chrome design elements on the side emphasize Sorento's sportiness and premium elegance. The sleek signature daylight opening graphic and the enlarged wheelbase make the new Sorento look much longer. With an increase in legroom by 93 mm, passengers of the second row seats benefit the most from Sorento's enlarged wheelbase. Asymmetric, flat-folding rear seats slide individually. so you can suit your Sorento according to your needs, be it passenger, bulky loads, or both you want to carry. To avoid stress for you and your loved ones, Sorento is filled with plenty of convenience features. Take the Smart Power tailgate, or the one-touch buttons in the cargo area that enable you to remotely fold the second row seats. Why walk the extra steps when the fingers can do the job? The new Sorento comes available with up to 2,100 liters of cargo capacity behind the first row seats, and as such maintains its position as having one of the most competitive cargo capacities in its class. The new Kia Sorento comes available in 3 different powertrain options: hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and diesel. The hybrid, recognizable by the eco-hybrid emblem on the tailgate, is powered by a 1.6 turbocharged gasoline direct injection engine and an electric motor that delivers a combined power output of 230 PS. The plug-in hybrid Sorento, available later on in the year, powered by the same TGDI engine and a more powerful electric motor, kicks out a whopping 265 PS in total. Both systems are paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. The diesel Sorento is powered by a 2.2 CRDI engine and delivers a power output of 202 PS. It is mated with Kia's newly developed 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission. All 3 powertrains provide all-wheel drive capabilities. Performant and equipped with Kia's SmartStream powertrain technology, they deliver the promise of enhanced fuel economy, engaging drivability, and lower CO2 emissions. All 3 powertrains come available as a 7-seater, which gives the Sorento a unique position in its segment. With its lounge-like feel-good ambience, the Sorento cabin is very inviting. The dash and door panels are sculpted to emphasize its strong SUV character, and sophisticated materials are used throughout the cabin. A few worthwhile to mention are the quilting Napa leather seats in black, a black roof liner with customizable mood light interlinked satin look dash and door garnish. A large horizontally expanding glossy black garnish houses the twin displays, the fully digital 12.3-inch driver instrument cluster, and the 10.25-inch high-resolution wide touchscreen. A rotary dial-type gear selector that features shift-by-wire technology and a parking brake that is engaged electronically with the touch of a button contribute to an ergonomically advanced interior. The terrain drive mode select dial, positioned on the center console, enables the Sorento to handle well on difficult-to-manage road surfaces such as snow, mud, and sand. EvoConnect, the Kia brand's innovative telematics system, is making its introduction to the Sorento. Supported by Kia Live Services, the system provides live information on traffic, weather forecasts, points of interest, and parking information, such as price, location, and parking availability. EvoConnect provides diagnostic data on the Sorento and information on trips taken. It enables the drivers to send route directions to their Sorento and to check on the location of their vehicles. The new Kia Sorento aims to maintain its 5-star performance at Euro NCAP, thus provides access to a wide range of safety and advanced driving assistance technologies. For example, forward collision avoidance assist with pedestrian, cyclist, and vehicle detection, including detection of approaching vehicles of oncoming traffic when making a left turn at an intersection. Blind spot view monitor that assists the driver when changing lanes by projecting a real image of their blind spot right in front of their eyes. And Sorento offers Remote Smart Park Assist, a parking convenience technology that enables the driver to remotely maneuver their Sorento into a tight parking spot via the controls on the smart key fob. The new Sorento has much more to discover, so stay tuned to experience the full array of technologies and features the new Kia Sorento has on offer. You will be impressed.
Kia, the power to surprise.